Hello everyone, today is 17th of October. My name is Sahil and welcome to the newspaper analysis. Friends, first of all, let's have a look on today's GS folder. So today we'll take a quote from the Greta Thunberg, the environmental activist who started Friday for the Future movement for the climate crisis that the world is facing. She has also been nominated as one of the 100 most influential people as well as has been nominated twice for the Nobel Peace Prize. She says, "You say you love your children above all else, and yet you are stealing their future in front of their very eyes." Now, this particular quote reflects the idea of the sustainable development. The entire idea of the sustainable development depends on developing without compromising onto the resources for the future generations. Moreover, guys, it has also been said that the resources that we are using are not the legacy from our forefathers, rather it is a debt from our grandchildren. So in that particular manner, in sustainable way, we should utilize our resources. Guys, we can utilize all these particular things in our GS paper number 3 into the topics of environment and ecology. So guys, that's it, and now let's take the newspaper analysis. Friend, first of all, let's take the overview of the entire newspaper. Guys, you can download the PDF of the everyday notes. This PDF includes the Hindu, Indian Express, as well as news from the PIB, as well as the infographics also, which I use into the video that you can download into the PDF format from our Telegram channel. The link has been provided into the description. Now, guys, here you can see that the Prime Minister had said that MSP is the key to India's food security. Basically, this thing is being said into the reference of the opposition that is coming towards the three agricultural bills that have been passed by the government. So in that particular direction, this thing has been said, guys. However, nothing other important issue has been taken up here. Moreover, guys, one more thing was said by the Prime Minister, that was the increasing of the marriageable age of the girls. Now it is 18 years, so it was to be increased to 21 years. So on that, it has just been made a reference that the decisions will be taken up fast. Then, guys, here we can see that the stubble burning issue has been mentioned, where the one man commission or one man panel has been appointed. Then, guys, moving forward, so into the city section, the news with respect to the rising number of cases, etc., has been given. Then, guys, here we can see that the research for the declining star formation into the Milky Way has been discussed. So we'll see this with respect to the science and tech angle. Then, guys, we are into the editorial page. This particular editorial talks about the coalition that has been formed by the various political parties in J&K with respect to the restoration of the powers under section under article number 370. However, guys, with respect to the UPSC, important substance has not been given. Guys, this particular article talks about the recent tussle that is going on between the judiciary and the Andhra Pradesh government. We'll see this issue. Guys, this particular article talks about the China's journey into the United Nation, how it got admitted and all those kind of things. However, guys, with respect to India, it will not have that much implication, so therefore not actually needed for our UPSC. Guys, this article talks about the recent IMF report, that is the World Economic Outlook. So we'll see this thing. Guys, this particular article talks about the Toy Story. Then, guys, moving forward, so guys, here we can see that recently the Global Hunger Index has been released. So in that particular respect, some very important information has been given here. After that, guys, moving forward, here the solidarity trial has been mentioned, so we'll see what it is and what has happened. After then, guys, the showcase page, not important for our exam. Then on to the world's page, the US elections and these generic issues have been mentioned. Guys, it mentions about the Thailand protest. Already yesterday I had given you the reference on this particular thing. Then, guys, the business page, nothing important here. The farm sentiments have been mentioned by the ICRA. We'll see this thing. Then the sports page, it contains the IPL related news. So that's it. And now let's take the newspaper analysis in detail. Now, friends, the first news, it pertains to the problem of stubble burning, which leads to the winter pollution into the North India, particularly into the Delhi, around the month of October end and November. Now, guys, a one of a kind initiative has been taken here. Now, what has happened? Supreme Court had nominated a one-man panel to prevent the stubble burning problem. Now, guys, this one man is the former Supreme Court Judge Madan B. Lokur. Now, in order to prevent the problem of stubble burning, the student teams will be formed and students will be taken from the National Cadet Corps, National Service Scheme, and Bharat Scouts and Guides. So, these students will be visiting the three states, that is the state of the Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, and Punjab, which are responsible for the stubble burning. Now, guys, talking little bit about the organizations from which the students will be drawn. So, National Cadet Corps, it is a tri-service youth wing of the armed forces, and the students involved into NCC, they are given the basic military training, basic discipline training, parade training. All these things are imbibed into them. Guys, after completing the training, a person is not bound to give a compulsory service when there is a kind of a war or any kind of crisis. Guys, just keep in mind that the NCC is different from the conscription. Now, conscription means that in certain countries such as Israel, the young students, they have to compulsorily go to the military training. So, NCC is not conscription. Please keep it in your mind. Then, guys, the next is the National Service Scheme. Here, what happened? This particular scheme was started on 100th year of anniversary of the Gandhiji in 1969, and it was said that the students' personality needs to be improved through community service, because when they will give the community service, they will know the values of empathy, compassion. They will develop a kind of a connectiveness towards their community. So from here the students will be drawn. And the third is the Bharat Scouts and Guides. Now, guys, scout is a person who goes and takes out the information on the enemy movement and all these kind of things. However, scouting as an activity is prevalent throughout the world, where the children are taught basic survival and life skills. So, guys, in India, the scouting was started in pre-independent era by the Britishers, and after the Britishers, the scouting has continued as Bharat Scouts and Guides. From here, these three places the students will be taken, and they will be looking forward that the stubble burning is not carried. Moreover, Environment Pollution Prevention and Control Authority EPCA will also be consulting with these committees, and they will be taking the relevant steps. So, guys, this is all into this particular direction. We can quote this particular thing as a very good initiative or as a case study in questions relating to the issue of stubble burning in GS3 as well as in GS1 also. It could be asked. So, guys, that's all about this particular article. Now we'll move to the next article. Now, friends, this particular news item pertains to the star formation, and it is very important for our GS paper number 3 into the section of the science and technology. Now, guys, talking about this particular news, what has happened into the past few years, it has been observed that the star formation has been considerably declined into our Milky Way galaxy. Now, the scientists were puzzled that why this star formation has declined. Therefore, two organizations, that is the National Center for Radio Astrophysics, which is the part of the Tata Institute for Fundamental Research, as well as Raman Research Institute, they have come together and they have used the giant meter wave radio telescope to identify this particular measure. Now, guys, they had basically measured the atomic hydrogen content into our Milky Way galaxy around 8 billion years ago. Now, how this particular thing will be useful, I will explain this thing. Now, guys, basically what happens, the galaxy, it is made up of gases as well as stars. Now, these gases, basically, when they condense, they lead to the formation of the stars, and we need to understand that how the quantity or the composition of these gases and stars are changing with respect to the time. Now, when a galaxy is more younger, the star formation is usually very much high, because the gases or the hydrogen, atomic hydrogen gas, is too much into the quantity, which leads to the star formation. But now, guys, as our Milky Way galaxy is turning old, so what has happened, the hydrogen content has considerably declined. But we need to equate that present day hydrogen content with 8 billion years ago when the star formation was at peak. So to know this particular thing, the giant meter wave radio telescope has gave us the data, and now it has been ascertained that considerable decline has come into the atomic hydrogen content into our galaxy, and due to this only there is actually no raw material to make the stars. Now guys, this particular is part of every galaxy. When a galaxy is younger, more hydrogen and content is there, due to which more stars are formed, and as it ages down the star formation becomes less, and towards its end the star formation completely stops. So this particular development is happening here, which has been explained into this particular article. Now guys, atomic hydrogen is measured via the radio wavelength telescopes. Now we can measure the star by its optic wavelength, but the radio wavelengths mechanism has been used to measure it. Please keep it in your mind for our prelims examination. So guys, this is much more than your UPSC exam standard, whatever will be required. Broad theme questions are asked. So guys, that is all in which you need to see. You don't need to go even little bit more than this. So that's all. Now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article, it is important for our GS paper number 3. Under the section of economic impact of the pandemic onto the global economies. Now guys, before going into the news article, I will tell you some background. So IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, which is an organization which helps the countries to mitigate their balance of payment crisis. Now guys, balance of payment crisis is one when a country is not able to pay back for the import payments. So that is the BOP crisis. India faced BOP crisis in 1991, and at that point of time IMF helped the India. Now guys, IMF releases a report, that is the World Economic Outlook, and into this World Economic Outlook it forecasts that what will be the state of global economy into the times to come. Now guys, this year World Economic Outlook, it has released a sub report titled A Long and Difficult Ascent. Now into this particular report all these observations have been made, and we'll be seeing this thing. Now guys, any question onto the Indian economy comes where you can utilize any of these points, there you can quote A Long and Difficult Ascent as well as World Economic Outlook. It will increase the authenticity of your answer. So guys, what has been said? First of all, it has been there that global economy will decline, and this particular year the contraction will be 4.4%, that is 4.4% negative. Then the next year the market conditions will improve and there will be a growth rate of 5.2%, which is due to a better recovery, even much more than the anticipated recovery, particularly into the advanced economies. So guys, because of this the forecast for the global growth looks good. Now guys, it has been said that still there is a fear of reinfections, because as the winters are approaching, it has been said that a second wave of the COVID-19 will be emerging, and even into India it has been said that much more number of cases will be recorded. Particularly for Delhi, it has been said that as much as 15,000 cases per day could come, and hence into the end of the year there could be a possibility that growth might be facing some kind of trouble. Now guys, because of the pandemic, these are the issues which have developed. First of all, the labor market has gone considerably down and employment rates have increased rapidly. After that, investments are now held back because investments are driven by the notion of ROI, that is the return on of investment. And as now people don't have disposable income, so this return of investment is not very good, therefore people are not investing. Then guys, it has been said that due to the lockdowns the schools have been closed, due to which the human resource into the times to come will be impacted. And in this particular respect, if you remember few days back we also discussed that the economic impact of human resource will be considerable on India also. A report has been published. Then guys, the next, it has been said that the efforts to improve the lifestyle of the citizens will get very much down, and because of this particular thing the inequality will be increasing both inter and intra nation, that is within the countries as well as across the countries. After that, the next thing which will be happening is that now if countries want to have any considerable respite, they should cooperate with each other. And if a faster availability of medical solutions could be there to everyone, then the global income can increase by 9 trillion by 2025. And guys, this particular theme we are observing in many of the articles. Even into the yesterday we had talked that the solidarity is needed, countries should come together in order to into this particular time. Then the next point is that it has been said by the IMF that the direct income support should be continued because economic prospects are not good. And direct income support in Indian context, if we go beyond this particular article, what could be? First of all, we can suggest that as one nation, one ration card is not fully implementable even till today, there should be the universal allocation of the food grains to everybody. Not only the people under the NFSA should be entitled. After that, guys, we can say that right now the time is ripe that the universal basic income should be introduced. Under universal basic income, everybody is given some monetary help. After that, guys, thirdly, we can see that government should come and should increase its fiscal spending. And even world over, the economists are also saying that right now countries are not going in too much of expenditure because they are fearful of the inflation. But now inflation is not to be feared, so those particular things can be done. So guys, this is all about this particular article. In way forward, you can provide these points, and now we'll be moving to the next article. Now, this particular article is important for GS paper number 2, where the issues related to the judiciary has been mentioned. Now, guys, first of all, telling you the background. So, a controversy is going on between the Andhra Pradesh government and one of the judge of the Supreme Court. See, this particular entire Hindu article is telling about the sequence of that dispute only, which is not at all required. So, beyond the scope of this particular article, we'll be seeing the things. Guys, one more thing you need to keep it in your mind, that you don't need to go too much into the political inclinations, as that is not required into our exam. Now, telling you from the scratch what has happened. The Andhra Pradesh chief minister, that is Jagmohan Reddy, he had written a letter to the chief justice of India, and into that letter he had accused one of the judge of the Supreme Court, NV Raman, that he is misusing his power in favor of the former chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, that is Chandrababu Naidu, and his party, that is TDP. The present chief minister has accused the NV Raman that he had interfered into the selection of the judges of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh via an ulterior motive. Selectively, he had chosen those judges which will be ruling in the favor of the former chief minister Chandrababu Naidu. Moreover, present roster where the judges are allocated the cases which they will be sitting, it has been said that he had selected the favorable judges for the cases in which the Chandrababu Naidu is involved, and similarly the cases where the Andhra Pradesh government is involved, hard stand has been shown onto them. So it has been said that disproportionately the abuse of power is being done via the Supreme Court Judge NV Raman. Now, into this particular matter, guys, it has also been said that large number of kickbacks have also been received. Now, if I tell you little bit more about this particular controversy, first of all, the letter was written to the CGI, and then, guys, the chief minister also called a press conference in which he made this particular letter public and had levied the full-fledged allegations onto the judge. Now, guys, we don't need to go into the nitty gritties of this particular allegation because it is out of scope of our exam. Now, after this particular controversy, two angles have been developed. On one hand, it has been said that our judicial system is facing certain systemic challenges, whereas on to the other hand, it has been said that deliberately the chief minister is creating a controversy because certain vested interests are there. So we'll see both the viewpoints. Now, guys, first of all, see, It has been called that the present case is the case of bench hunting. It is also has been called as the terrorizing judicial tendency. Now you can utilize this particular keywords into directly into your answer. It has been said that the NV Raman, he is right now heading a bench which was created after a PIL was made into the court. It was said that all the MPs and MLAs which are facing the criminal charges, their cases should be given to a fast track court, and into a time bound manner all those cases should be disposed. Guys, this particular thing we had also seen into our newspaper analysis few days back, if you remember. Now it has been said that the chief minister, he is having 31 criminal cases pending, and now he is fearful that he might get convicted into those cases, and therefore selectively he is jeopardizing the entire process, and it is a case of the bench hunting. And it has been said that it attracts the contempt of court charges, the criminal contempt of court charges, which has been mentioned into the COC Act 1971. Then guys, on to the other hand, it has been said that it is also a very considerable issue, because the NV Raman, who has been accused, he is not a kind of an ordinary judge, he is the senior most judge after the present CJI, and in 2021 he will be the next CJI if the present scheme continues. And allocating such charges on the such senior most judges is a very kind of sad affair. Then guys, on to the second hand, it has been said that this entire issue is because there are some systemic problems in our judicial appointments. Guys, the problem is of the collegium system, and many a times it has been highlighted. Now, this collegium system was an outcome of the three judges' cases, where the power to elect the higher judiciary judges was given completely into the hands of the judiciary. Guys, if I give you some background, during the time of the Indira Gandhi was of a belief that the committed judiciary should be introduced in India. Committed judiciary means that the judges should incline to the political ideology. But to avoid this committed judiciary, the collegium system came, where the executive has been given a minimal power into the appointment of judges. So, guys, when we talk about the High Court judges selection, then there is a collegium of the three judges, that is one Chief Justice of India and two senior most judges of the Supreme Court, which elects the judges of the various high courts. So it has been said that as two senior most judges are there, obviously NV Raman will be one into the collegium system, and here he had influenced the selection of the judges into the Andhra Pradesh High Court. Therefore, it has been said that if we have reformed this collegium system, then this particular problem would never had came. Now guys, just giving you some extra information here, the National Judicial Appointment Commission was installed, but the NJAC was declared as unconstitutional by the Supreme Court only, and now it is again NJAC is into the news. It has been said that if it would have been there, now we would not have been seen this particular controversy. Guys, in the state there are three pillars: one is the executive, one is the legislature, and one is the judiciary. See, if judiciary comes under such kind of corrupt kind of thing attacks, then it is a very severe bolt to a functional democracy, and therefore we are not even concerned that whether the charges will hold or not. But if a ground has been there, then it is a very serious kind of problem. So guys, I had tried to give you here various dimensions, though into the article only that particular episode of this controversy was mentioned, and I hope that you will utilize all this particular information into answer if it comes in GS paper number 2. So that's it. Now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, today Saturday ground zero report. This particular report pertains to the problems being faced by the people who are involved into the manufacturing of toys. Now guys, into this particular article, the personalistic accounts of a certain of the people and their problems have been mentioned. Now guys, if I tell you the background, on 30th of August, Prime Minister made an address into his Man Ki Baat, where he had said that the toy economy's idea should be explored. However, guys, this particular article doesn't contains any important substance. Friends, I will highly recommend that you please go and see this particular 31st of August article at this particular timestamp. Here I had taken all the possible issues with respect to the toy economy, the problem of retail spaces, the problem of technology, all the possible kind of things have been there. And guys, even if an essay comes onto the toy, then you will be in a better condition to write from this particular article. So guys, please do watch it onto this particular timestamp. Into this article, substance has not been there. So guys, that's it. Now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article is very important for our GS paper number 2, where the social justice and related issues have been mentioned and hunger has been specifically talked about there. Now, this article pertains to the recent release of the Global Hunger Index Report 2020. Now guys, it is a shameful that India is performing so poorly. There is a very high prevalence of the wasted children under 5. Guys, in India today 17.3% of children are wasted. Wasted means that a low weight particularly to a height. Now in India this wasting has increased in past 5 years. So this 2015 to 19 data is 17.3%. However, in 2010 to 2014 the wasting was 5.1%. So India had basically degenerated into the fight of hunger. Now guys, India is ranking 94 out of 107, which is even poorer than the Bangladesh and the Pakistan. Bangladesh is having a good rank, that is 75, and Pakistan at 88. Now it has been said that those wasting has been problematic, but stunting has been improved. In 2000, 54% are stunted, but now 35% are stunted. Guys, further into the report, it has been said that 690 million people are undernourished, and the similar data has also been given by the FAO. We had seen into the yesterday's article. Now guys, this is all the data which have been given here, and these data can be directly utilized in our answers. It will increase the authenticity of your answer. Now guys, taking some important issues with respect to the prelims. So this particular report, it is released by the Wealth Hunger Life, which is a German NGO, and as well as by the Concern Worldwide, which is an NGO from the Ireland. Guys, it was earlier also released by the IFPRI, that is the International Food Production and Research Institute, but now IFPRI has stepped out of this particular report, so only these two are involved here. Now guys, it has been said that because of the pandemic, we will not be in a condition to fulfill our sustainable development goal number 2, that is the zero hunger by 2030. And 37 countries are even more problematic. In on to the global hunger index severity scale, they rank very much low because of the pandemic. So guys, all these issues have been mentioned here. We can directly utilize it. So that's it. Now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article is a brief update with respect to one of the trial that was going on to identify the drug for the COVID-19 and can be utilizable in GS2 as well as GS paper number 3. So what happened? The WHO started a solidarity trial. This trial was to repurpose the existing drugs for the COVID-19. Repurposing means that some of the drug which is already has been approved, we are using it for some other disease. So under the solidarity trial, 4 existing drugs were repurposed. These drugs were remdesivir, which was originally invented to treat the hepatitis C, and earlier it has been already repurposed for the treatment of the Ebola virus. Then the next was the hydroxychloroquine, which used to treat the malaria. Then lopinavir and ritonavir, this drug treats the HIV. And then there are the interferons, which are the group of drugs which are called as the immune system regulators and also have anti-inflammatory qualities. Now these 4 drugs were to be tweaked for the COVID-19. And as the people from 30 nations have been tested by these drugs, it has been said that they don't have any considerable impact, and they neither reduces down the mortality rate nor they have shown any considerable improvement. So the solidarity trial till now has been considered as a kind of a flop exercise. Guys, if I tell you, the Donald Trump had even called this hydroxychloroquine as a miracle drug, and it was he even arm twisted India and forcibly said that India should export the quantities of hydroxychloroquine, and had even threatened that India had to do that particular thing. And into that wake, India also exported the hydroxychloroquine, being we are the largest producers of this drug. Now guys, this is the entire issue in this particular respect, and still there is much longer way to find a drug. By the way guys, there are two things: one is a drug and one is a vaccine. Vaccine is given so that a person doesn't gets infected, whereas a drug is given after a person has infected, and to heal him the drugs are given. So guys, this is all into this particular thing, and now we'll be moving to the next. Now guys, this particular article, it is little bit as a reference point, you can use it in GS paper number 3. Now guys, the ICRA has said that the farm sentiments or the condition of the agriculture sector in India is positive. First of all guys, this ICRA, it is a kind of a credit rating agency. Now I had given you one article on this particular line yesterday also. So this ICRA is a joint venture between the Moody's as well as various Indian banks, and it has said that due to the good rains as well as the kharif crops, their harvest has also been very much positive, due to which the cash inflow to the farmer is good. And moreover, the increased rabi crop has also been there, due to which into the coming years there will be the good prospects into the agriculture sector. And guys, even we had seen as that when entire world our Indian economy contracted by 23.9%, only agriculture sector was there which increased by more than 3% into the positive trajectory. So he had talked about the same kind of thing only we can utilize the ICRA's reference. So guys, that's it for today's newspaper discussion. And guys, please do attempt the MCQ on our Telegram channel. These MCQs are taken from the yesterday's discussion, and into the PDF we provide the notes from there also. These MCQs are framed, so you can attempt that into the quiz format, and immediately you'll get the right answer as well as your explanation. So it is being carried on our Telegram. Please do join it and attempt it. So that's it. I hope you are liking our discussion. Thank you so much.